Okay, this is worksheet. It's not section anything. It's worksheet, what is it, 7-4? And right now we're doing page 26. Here's the picture. Here's the sides. So what are we going to compare? We're going 14 to 17.5, and we're comparing 8 to x minus 1. So I've done my comparison right here. Now we cross multiply. You could cross multiply. I mean, you could distribute right away, but I'm just going to do this. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And now let's go ahead and distribute through here. So that's 14x minus what? 14 equals, let's just figure out what that is. What's 8 times, what is it? 8 times 17.5. 140. Okay, so then what do we do? It is cool, isn't it? Add a 14 to both sides. So 14x equals what? 154. That probably goes even, doesn't it? 154 divided by 14. Oh, it's 11. Sure, I should have known that. Let me show you a trick with 11. Here. Yep.
Wait, what?
Watch. If I wanted to multiply 14 by 11, watch what you do. You take the 1 and the 4 and you split them up. Then you add the 2 together, you stick it in the middle, and that's how you multiply by 11.
Really?
Well, sometimes it gets a little bit different. So like 27 times 11 is what? In your head, real quick. Quick. 27 times 11? 297. Because what do? You split the 2 and the 7, you add the two things together, and you get what? You get a 9. But what if you had something like this? What if you had like 48 times 11? That's a little bit harder. You still put the, well, we'll start off putting a 4 and an 8, but you add them together, what do you get? But it wouldn't be 4,000, because look, 48 times 11. I mean, 48 times 10 is only 480. Multiplying it by 11 is not going to give you 4,000, is it? So what do you think? You do add them up, but you don't put a 12 right here, right? You put a 1 here and a 2 here, so what is it? It's 528. All right? See that? That's a nice little trick, isn't it? I don't know a whole lot of tricks, but that's one of them that's kind of, I don't know, somewhere. I can't remember where I learned that, but it's just, sometimes it's kind of nifty. So anyway, if you look at this, right, divided by 14, there's a 1 and a 4. You're like, oh, 14 times what is 154? 14 times 11. All right, so anyway, there you go. That's x. What else does it ask for? TV. TV, well, that's not hard. So x is 11, so TV is just what? Minus 1, so it's 10. All right, there it is. We good? All right. Let's
Is this worksheet that we got today, is that our homework for tonight?
Yeah, that's your homework for tonight. So 3, 4, and 5, they're all the same picture, I believe, aren't they?
Yep, they are, sir.
All right. Let's take a look.
Which one are you doing first?
3, 4, and 5 in order. Oops. Let's make this a little straighter. Oops. Messed it up. There we go. Somebody's having fun out there. Oh, it doesn't say that's a right angle. What am I doing? I made a big assumption there, didn't I? All right, you can't do that. No, you can't assume. Okay. I don't know that they're parallel either, do I? So, but they give you some numbers, and you have to figure out if they're parallel or not. So let's do that. Let's see. Number 3. We'll do number 3 first. It says AD is 15. Let's put some letters in here first of all. That's A, D, B, C, and E. All right. Tell you what, let's go different color than the letters. All right, it says AD is 15, so that's 15. DB is 12. All right. AE is 10, and EC is 8. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward, isn't it? Yeah. So you can compare it a couple different ways. You could compare 15 to 12, or you can compare what? 15 to 10. Doesn't make any difference. All right. So let's go 15 to 10. Is that all right? But if I go 15 to 10, what else do I have to do? You got to go 12 to 8. Now look, there's 2 ways to do this. You could just reduce both fractions and see if they equal each other, couldn't you? Right? I mean, I'm just saying you could. Right? You could reduce the fractions and see if they're equal. Let's just do that for fun, okay? What goes into 15 and 10? 5 goes into that 3 times, into that twice. What goes into 12 and 8? 4. 4 goes into 12 3 times, and 4 goes into 8 twice. Yeah, they equal each other, right? So if they have the same ratio, then guess what's true about the two lines? They're parallel. No, the two lines are parallel to each other. Okay. Did I say 5/4? You sure on that one? I said that. Oh, probably because they went 15 to 12. Okay, so they probably went 15 to 12 and 10 to 8. That would give you 5/4. All right.
So it can be 5/4 or 3/2.
Right. It could be 5/4 or 3/2. They just wrote 5/4 on the answer key. That's why I said that. You could cross multiply. So let's do the same exact proportion, but let's cross multiply. Now this actually was maybe a little bit. I don't know what 15 times 8 is in my head. Do you? It's 120. All right. We don't have to worry about that then. Whoops. So that's 120. Well, 12 times 10, I can do that in my head. That's 120. So if they equal each other, guess what? Those two are equal to each other, right? These fractions are equal, and that means the sides are in proportion, which means what? The sides are parallel, okay? When we say show your work or justify your answer, that's your justification. Either do this or do this. You don't have to do them both, okay? Just pick one however you want to do it. We good with that? Okay. Yeah, that was pretty basic, wasn't it? There wasn't really much to that. So let's take a look at the other ones. You say they're harder than this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 1/3 and 2, and then I don't know.
Oh, because they're fractions? All right, here we go. BD is 9, so that's 9. BA is 27. BA, that's that whole thing. All right? It's not us, right? So that whole thing is 27. Now, again, remember we stopped here yesterday and we said, what should we be able to figure out?
Subtract it.
Yeah, 27 minus 9 is 18, right? You with me? Okay. Then it says CE is 1/3 of EA. Let's write that down. CE is 1/3 of EA. You guys paying attention? Up here, please. Yeah, it's online too. I mean, it's on YouTube. Okay. So here we go. CE is 1/3 of EA. Remember what we could do with this? I can make this anything, but this is 1/3 of this. All right. So whatever this is, I'm going to divide it by 3 to get this. Okay, that's fine. You can make it 6. You can make it anything. I would make it something that's divisible by 3, wouldn't you? Because, again, what does it say? It says CE, this little one right here, is 1/3 of this. Okay? So that means if I take this and divide it by 3, I'm going to get this side. So if I made this a 6, what would I make this? A 2. You can use any number. You could have made that a 9. You could have made it a 12, a 15, and this would still work. Okay, I am stuffed up. It was my throat was really bad before, and now I'm getting congested, so it never stops. I don't think I'm ever going to get better. But you plug on, right? You keep on going on, and that's it. Plug and chug, right? Plug on. You never heard that before? Look at this. I could just look at this right now and tell that it's not. These are not parallel. Because look, this is what of this? No, this is this one. This one's not half of this. This one's twice as big as this. This one's 3 times as big as this. So there's no way they have the same scale factor, do they? But let's show it by doing our proportion. So let's compare. Let's go 18 to what? Let's go the other way this time. Let's go to 9. Okay. Let's go 18 to 9. Now I'm going to put a little question mark here. Okay, because I'm not sure if they're equal to each other. So 18 over 9 would be what? 6 to 2. Because 27 minus 9 is 18.
And then you reduce.
Yeah, I said it. I didn't show it, but I mean, I did say it, though. All right, and then you could reduce them if you want to, or you could do what? Cross multiply. 18 times 2 is 36. What's 9 times 6? That's 54. Are they equal to each other? No, they're not. So they are not in proportion, are they? Okay, if they were in proportion, it means the ratios would equal each other. They don't equal each other, and so what's not true, or what's true about these lines, they're not parallel to each other, right? Okay? Does that make sense? Like right here, I didn't have to use 6 and 2. Was that important that I used a 6 and a 2? No, it said this was 1/3 of this. You could have done this, but I probably wouldn't. You could have said, oh, that's 1/3 of this, so that would be 1. You could do it like that. Put those numbers in, and you'd get the same thing. Okay, you would get that they're not proportional. You could have said what? That this was 3 and this was what? 1. This is 1/3 of this, isn't it? Okay, or you're right. You could have said this was 15, then this would be what? 5. Okay, because it's 1/3 of this. Right? You could have used any of those numbers as long as this one was 3 times as big as this one. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you work that one. 5 is kind of the same deal, isn't it?
Yeah, but only have like twice.
But one is twice the other one. So it's kind of the same thing, though. Except
But
instead of a
it doesn't tell you how
third,
big AB is. So like
it
you
doesn't.
don't really know.
Well, goodness.
But like, I'm trying to use
I don't.
Okay.
Well, you
Let's
said
go
that.
different color. Let's go this. We have you. Good. What else do we need? Nothing else then. Yes, we do need Jesus. AE is 30. AC is 45, so that means... Right, you could have just done that in your head, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Right, and so that means that's 15, right? AD is twice as big as DB. AD is twice as big as DB. What do you want to make it? You could just make it 2 and 1, couldn't you? If you wanted to, just to make it easy for you. If this is twice as big as this, make that 2 and make this what? 1. Right? It doesn't have to be to scale, does it? I mean, look, that's 30, and we're saying that's 2. There's no way that's drawn to scale, but I don't care. I just want to put some numbers in to see what works. As long as this one is twice as big as this one, our ratios should work. Okay, our proportions should work. Either work or not work, right?
So if
one
you
or the
don't
other.
have answers for like if they don't tell you what AD or DB is, or even the whole thing, like they didn't tell you anything.
Right, but they do
outside.
tell you that it's twice as big as this.
Yeah, so you could just make it anything
Yes.
as long as
This is twice as big as this. Yep. If you made this 10, you would make this 5.
Yeah.
If you made this 20, you
10.
make this 10.
Gotcha.
Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, you with me on that? All right.
Like 30 over 2.
Yeah, you could do it.
15 over 1.
Yeah, you could go 2 over 30, or you could go 30 over 2. We hardly ever go that way, do we? But you could. Watch, if I go 30 over 2, what would I have to do over here?
15 over
15 over 1. Now you can just look at this. 30 over 2 does reduce to 15, doesn't it? So they are in proportion. So what's true about these two lines?
They're parallel.
They're parallel to each other, okay? Or you could cross multiply, couldn't you? 30 times 1 is 30, 2 times 15 is 30. They are equal to each other. So you either reduce the fractions or you cross multiply and get the same answer. You get it? All right, so that's how you determine if they're parallel or not. So if the sides are proportioned, then the lines are parallel. I think we've run this into the ground long enough, haven't we? Okay, we've spent a lot of time on this, so I'm hoping that you're able to understand this now. Was there anything else? What about that mid-segment thing?
No, that one was easy.
Yeah, mid-segment.
What about number 9?
Can we do
Yeah, number 9, 10.
9 and 10?
I got the Y for 10, but not the N because it has a fraction.
All right, let's do number 9 first. Now these are evenly spaced. How do I know that they should be evenly spaced? Well, it's not because they're parallel, because I could have one way down here and it's not evenly spaced. Hey, I'm talking. Thank you. I could have this one unevenly spaced. I could have this one way down here, and they're still parallel to each other. But why are they evenly spaced on this particular problem? Well,
Because you put them there.
no, but look at the problem. What does it tell you? Looking at the problem
I don't have that paper.
Find X and Y.
Are there parallel?
has nothing to do with the lines being parallel to each other. Let's turn this back to the other color. Is that us already? Are you kidding me?
Do you want our homework from last night?
Can we have it
Hold on.
organized so we can use it for tomorrow?
I'll take it all tomorrow. So really, listen. Hey, you're not dismissed yet. Listen to me. You dismiss when I dismiss you. Tomorrow you're turning in 3 things. You're turning in, I think you had something from the book too, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had 7-4 from the book, and you had 2 7-4 worksheets. They're both due tomorrow. See ya. I'll go to the room and copy it right now.